my name is Annabelle Martinez and I'm here to present to you my first children's book titled Las Fiestas del Pueblo. The story follows two children on their first family trip to Mexico. They're visiting their parents' hometown for Las Fiestas. Town fairs are annual celebrations that occur all across Mexico. Each town has different fairs at different times of the year and they go on for many days. Family members from all across Mexico and all across the United States go back to their town to visit for that 1 week of celebrations. The story is mainly based off of my childhood memories and our adventures with my family and sister through Mexico, but the inspiration came after I visited the town of Degollado, Jalisco for their town fairs. I was at the top of a carnival ride looking down the plaza and I thought, why is there not a book about these stories? There are so many children and so many families that have experienced these town fairs and there are no books to describe the magic that happens when all of the family members get together and celebrate. They celebrate life and celebrate the town, and just it's mainly focused on the youth. They have carnival rides, they have great food, musicians, fireworks. It's just a mix of a lot of various different Mexican culture aspects. When I got back to Chicago, I told my 12-year-old brother all about the town fairs and he was not really impressed. He couldn't imagine, you know, how cool they were, how even me as an adult could experience it. And I would love for him to want to ask my parents, hey, can you take me to Mexico because I want to be able to experience the town fairs for the first time. So I have two goals for this book. First goal is to encourage children to ask their parents to visit Mexico and learn more about the Spanish language itself. The second goal is for this book to be a memory keepsake for those family members and those adults who are not able to go back to Mexico due to their immigration status. I want this book to be as detailed as possible so they can read this book to their children and be able to tell them stories about their hometown, tell them stories about the family members that maybe their children have not ever been able to meet. I'm very lucky to be working with the illustrator from Guadalajara. Her name is Ana Karanina Garcia, and she has done an amazing job at bringing this book to life. I initially started sketching this out right when I got back from Mexico and realized I was going to need some professional help to execute this project. Hopefully this is one of a two-part series for this book. The second part is going to be the adventures of the entire family, the United States and from Mexico, traveling to Puerto Vallarta, which is a beach town in Mexico. With your support, I'll be able to publish this book in English, Spanish, and even a bilingual version. I also hope to create a lesson plan for teachers to be able to explain this book to their students and be able to just have an open discussion about Mexican culture or any other questions that they may have. A little bit about myself. I'm an educator here in Chicago. I own Maestri Tutoring, a bilingual tutoring center. And as soon as I opened the tutoring center about 1.5 years ago, I've been bombarded with parents asking for Spanish classes, for recommendations on bilingual books for their kids, for bilingual or Spanish story time for the youth. And after reading a lot of children's books and Spanish books in specific, I decided I could just write books as well. The goal would be to make Maestri a Maestri publishing house and be able to allow even students to be able to write their own books and be able to publish them. I think it's important to write books because it's a little bit of me out in the world. And even though I'd love to talk to every student, every child about my experiences, I know that I can't physically do that, which is why I decided to write a book and be able to share that. I've already gotten a lot of great feedback from people in my neighborhood, from family, friends, relatives, requesting to get a copy of this book, so this is where you come in. I really need your support in backing our project so we can go ahead and be able to promote this book, get the illustration work finished, making sure that the quality is great. We want to have a hardcover and soft cover. The book is going to be 8x5 by 8x5, so it's going to be a square version. I'd also really love to be able to donate a lot of these books to libraries, to towns in Mexico where children can practice their English as well. So this is not just a Spanish book for Mexican American or American children to learn Spanish. This will also be a book for children in Mexico or any other Spanish speaking countries to be able to practice their English. Thank you again for your support. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to learn more about Las Fiestas del Pueblo, you can visit Maestri Publishing House on Facebook or on Instagram, and make sure to share this video with your friends and family.